Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I am back with a new short movie. The name of the short movie is What If Naruto Changed in Chunin Exams and Gained a Rinnegan? And yeah, guys, it is, I know, quite a weird title, but I just thought it up on the moment, so don't judge me. And moving on, where shout out is due where it's due, since it's an unscripted story. Shout out to Jimmy Desaitis for suggesting this idea. Sorry about my tongue slipping. It's like literally 1 a.m. and I'm making the story since I couldn't find the time throughout the day. And moving onwards, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. And a few things before we continue the short movie. The thing is that, number one, I am extremely busy at the moment with my real life. That is why the series is not being written down. I haven't even opened the laptop for a whole week by now. I will finish the story. It's just that give me some time, okay? I'm able to find a space in the day. I will be able to write. Even now, even today, I was busy throughout the whole day, and now in the middle of the night, I sacrificed some of my sleep so that I could make a story for you guys. So yeah, I love you guys and all, and I'm trying my best to be regular for you guys on both channels. It's just this week as well as the next week is quite hectic for me, okay? I'm just letting you guys know in advance. So yeah, it's quite hard. So give me some time to write down the story. Once I have enough, on the other side, just enjoy the unscripted ones for the time being. So I hope you guys don't mind, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to both of my channels. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins 13 years after the QB attack in Konoha Gakure no Sato, in the midst of the Chunin exams. As we go towards the Forest of Death, where we see currently the second part of the exams were being taken place, as teams of Ganins from all over the elemental nations who have come to participate in Konoha's Chunin exams were tasked with only one objective. That was to take down the other opposite team and get the opposite scroll that was given to the half of the teams. And so, they were sent into the Forest of Death. As now we go inside, following the journey of Team 7. They were currently fighting a team from Rain Country, and now we see, during the fight, Naruto Uzumaki, one of the Genins of Team 7, was able to grab onto the scroll and was able to throw all the way to Sasuke on the other side, who was visibly hurt as he was gripping his shoulder, which was bleeding, while on the other side was Sakura, standing back looking shocked. "Get out of here, Teme. Take Sakura with you. I'll hold them back for the time being and join you later. Are you insane, dope? This is not an academy, and they are really out here to kill us. Remember, killing is allowed in this exam part. I don't care. I'll meet you on the other side. Go!" And so Sasuke gritted his teeth and said, "Fine, have it your way." As he, holding on to the scroll, then dashed with Sakura. As the team was about to go after them, we see Naruto made shadow clones as they poofed in front of them and said, the boss said you can't go after them, you have to fight us." And so, the army of shadow clones descended upon the three Genins, giving them the lifetime beating that they deserved. While on the other side, a few minutes later, we see that Sasuke and Sakura have ran quite far away deep into the forest. As currently Sakura was exhausted, while Sasuke wasn't. Wait, Sasuke, I can't. I'm tired." "What?" said Sasuke, looking enraged. We have to get away, Sakura. We have gotten the scrolls. Now it is up to us just to get there. The scrolls don't even match." "What?" "Look at the scroll down there, Sasuke. They're the same that we have." And Sasuke did, and he was shocked. And then he became enraged and infuriated, throwing the scroll to the other side. Damn it! Damn it all! You could have said that then and there. We could have avoided their all fight altogether. Thanks to you, we are exhausted, Sakura." But I thought you noticed. We were busy fighting them. We didn't notice. The reason we make you stood back is because you can observe the enemies and warn us. Aside from that, you're pretty much useless. And you just proved that." As Sakura was hurt beyond anything. "We have to wait here for the dope. He has to get back, and then after he finds out, he's gonna be pissed." And before Sasuke could yell even more, now we see, suddenly, a person arrived there, throwing the scroll at Sasuke, as by sheer instinct Sasuke was able to grab it. It was a person with eerie eyes, the same one that freaked out Anko Sensei. before the starting of the exams. A Rinnegan. My, I must say that I am quite impressed by the mighty Uchiha-san over here. What? What do you mean? You're looking for this, aren't you? He unholstered the scroll from his shinobi belt and showed it to them. I have it, what you need. As they gulped, because if this was a person who was able to even sneak up on a Jonin, what are they? They were just Genins. This person obviously wasn't that. Who are you? Quite perspective, brat. I must say, I admitted and wanted nothing less from the Uchiha clan member, especially such as you, Sasuke-kun. How do you know my name? The last loyal Uchiha of Konoha. You're not aware how famous you are, Sasuke. Oh well, I'm not here to boast about your, how do they say, reputation. I'm here to give you a gift. What gift? This, as suddenly his neck elongated, dashing towards Sasuke with his jaw ripped open like a snake, with fangs literally coming out. And at that moment, Naruto jumped in, kicking Sasuke away and getting bitten on his shoulder, as Naruto screamed in agony. Ah, damn it! What the hell is this? Only for Orochimaru to yank his neck and throw Naruto across the forest of death to the other side. As now we see, his neck stretched back, and then he said, cracking his neck, damn brat. Well, I can always have a backup. Anyway, Sasuke, since the nuisance is out of the way, here, I'll give this gift to you now. As Sasuke tried to run, but then he got bitten, and as if flames were burning his body, he fell down to the ground in agony. If you're able to survive, that is. You will be thankful for me the gift I have given you, Sasuke Uchiha. Who are you? Who am I? Fine, girl. I'll reveal a little secret. As, grabbing onto the skin of his, he ripped it open. As Sakura almost screamed in horror, as from beneath it she thought would come out blood and gore, but it didn't. It was another face. The face that she almost realized instantly, and gasped in pure terror and horror. Orochimaru. You're Orochimaru, the snake Sanin. Who's gonna believe you, child? And with that he left with confidence. As Sakura was panting heavily. What am I gonna do? Naruto, he's out there, but Sasuke-kun, he needs help. And so after a mental debate, her fangirlish personality won over, and she began to take Sasuke to a safe place, hoping that Naruto would be able to come back to them like he was able to do that before. As now we see, both of them were coming to the forest of that center. Now Sakura, who had gathered both scrolls, was suddenly ambushed by another sound team, a new village that was participating. Who are you? And why are you wearing some symbol like Orochimaru-sama has sent us, and we're here to kill Sasuke Uchiha. Stand in our way and you'll die, girl. As Sasuke was knocked out unconscious currently, Sakura had no other choice but to defend him, and she died while doing so. While on the other side, Sasuke was the victim, so obviously he died too, because he was not able to still stand up because of the poison bite. By the time Sasuke was dead, we see Naruto was already getting up and getting towards the center, only to arrive inside alone. As there he found Anko Mitarashi standing at the gates talking with someone. I need help, said Naruto, before slumping down. Sorry, kid, rules. There's a freak who bit me. His neck was stretching out. He's after my teammate. Please help. As Naruto said this, we see that Anko's head snapped towards him. Go and call Hokage-sama fast. Where did he bid you? Where? On my shoulder, but my teammate needs help. I just need a medic and rest. As Anko's eyes widened, that's the curse mark seal. Where are the teammates? Where? I don't know. They're in the forest. He threw me far away. I think I might have broken some ribs. Please, save them. And so, an Anbu army was dispatched alongside with Anko while Hiruzen arrived. Take him to the medics, now! And so, Kakashi and Naruto were sent there. As Anko arrived with a solemn expression on her face. Hokage-sama, both of them had died. a few hours back. What? Yes. As Hiruzen thought for a moment and then said, call the Inoichi. We need to retrieve their memories back. An instant. And so, Inoichi Yamanaka from the Yamanaka clan was called because of his mind-walking technique, and his skills were used to go through their memories before they died. As what Naruto spoke checked out instantly, and Hiruzen was not satisfied. Why? Because the council will now have no reason to blame him, because he had prepared every proof that he could. As in the midst of the Chunin exams, we see Hiruzen announced, there will be 2 days break for the time being. The preliminary rounds are being held for 2 days, because 2 of the Genins have died, but not due to the test, because of some other consequences. We are looking into it and ensuring the safety of the others. The only killing that is allowed is, well, by personal interest of the individual participating. We do not condone killing from otherwise. So please, wait for the time being and rest. And so the 2 extra days were given while Naruto was recovering the teams that already finished up, and the preliminary rounds were halted. As now we see, Naruto was in the first day in agony, as the seal from within was being burned out. Not by Kyuubi, not by himself, or not by being him, the Jinchuriki. For unknown reasons, Shinigami was standing there, unbeknownst to everyone, conflicted, and trying its best to reverse it, because this has messed things up for him and for his sisters. Why? Well, for 2 reasons. Orochimaru and his involvement has caused the prophecy to falter, because Indra and Asura's reincarnation, which Sasuke was and Naruto was, were supposed to come together, come to terms, and then it was supposed to, well, them stopping the catastrophe together. But now, Sasuke was dead, meaning Indra's incarnation was dead, and there was no time, since the prophecy's time was coming up, for another Indra's incarnation. And also, the seal, it being there, it could be a way, because it could help them. And so, Shinigami did something. It awakened Rinnegan within Naruto. A Rinnegan like Sharingan that could, with will, using chakra, activate and deactivate, without any consequences. And not only that, Naruto was also given the Indra's hatred and seriousness, which was going to cause change to his jolly and joyful personality once he awoken. And with that, Shinigami was satisfied. Why? Because the seal were now no longer tampering with the contract that he had made with Minato. And on the other side, the problem with the prophecy was now resolved. With that, the Shinigami left, giving Naruto a new power-up that he needed and some changes that was necessary for his own growth. As Naruto opened, he wasn't smiling, but a seriousful expression was on his face. Sensei. What? Where am I? Naruto. Everything is fine. You're okay. Jiraiya-sama was able to neutralize the seal. It would cause any harm, but your blood test suggests something else. As Hiruzen stood there holding onto the papers, still quite shocked, and so was Jiraiya, standing next to him. That Naruto realized wasn't pervert that he has seen before. What is going on with you, GT? Naruto, my boy. How is this possible? What possible? You have Rinnegan, my boy. Not Sharingan, Rinnegan. As suddenly, Naruto was confused. What do you mean, old man? Have you gone senile or something? Why would I have something like that? Isn't that just a myth, the eye of the sage or something? No, kid. Those eyes do exist. I, in my life, have seen one of those set of eyes. I must say even I have, said Hiruzen. Well, regardless of what we have seen or what not, we need to confirm this because here it checks out. So Naruto, I want you to focus and channel chakra into your eyes. You can now channel your chakra freely, said Jiraiya. I have made sure the seal is not tampered with and extra precautious, so giving you control much more efficiently over your own chakra. The Kyuubi won't interfere. I I see. And so Naruto closed his eyes and focused. And when he opened them, he then said, I don't feel any different. Except he saw the gawking expressions of his, well, sensei, Erosanin, and of Hiruzen Saruto. His Gigi. Oi, Gigi, what is it? Why you look like you swallowed a sour lemon? My boy. Here, look. As the small mirror were passed to him, as Naruto's eyes widened, what happened to my eyes? Why are there circles in them and they're purple? That's the Rinnegan, Naruto. The eyes we're familiar with. You possess the Rinnegan. Okay, how do I turn them off? Just cut off the connection of chakra to your eyes, and they will deactivate. And so Naruto did, and lo and behold, it did work. As now we see, Naruto then said, as he remembered, wait, what happened to Sasuke and Sakura? Are they okay? How much do you remember? I remember being thrown away and being extremely hurt and passing out. I was somehow able to get up and drag myself to the watchtower. By sheer luck I found that place. And the snake lady was there. I begged her to help and then I passed out again. Now I'm here. Sasuke has been dead. He was found dead alongside with Sakura. As Naruto's eyes widened. What? You're joking, right? No, my boy. I wish it was, but he was found dead. There's nothing we could do. Nothing at all. As Naruto was shocked, no, this has to be a lie. The funeral is going to be held tomorrow. And the day after tomorrow will be the preliminary rounds continuation of the Chunin exams. I know the time is short, but I was able to only scrap for 2 days to investigate. What did you see, Naruto? I only saw that Sasuke was about to be attacked by some freak who was somehow elongating his neck and was about to bite him like a snake. That checks out Orochimaru. It was him. Well, it turns out that person was Orochimaru, the Snake Sage. Snake Sage? Wait, is he a Sanin, a legendary one who went rogue? Yes, he was my student who went rogue, Naruto. He's quite dangerous. To be honest, I'm quite surprised. You should feel lucky that he let you live. I don't know what to say. Sasuke and Sakura are gone, Kakashi-sensei. I know, Naruto. It's not your fault. You tried. You didn't abandon them. But I couldn't save them. You tried your best. You're just a kid, Naruto. A kid who tried his best, and that is what I expect from you. You have done enough. You have made me proud. As Naruto looked down, those words would have made Naruto beam, but now it didn't do anything. He looked hurt. He has lost his rival and his crush. Where are the others? They're already aware of this. As now we see, Naruto tried to get up, but only for it to sting. You need to rest today. The sedatives will wear out at night. Rest, and tomorrow you can go. And so Naruto did. As now we see, the next morning came and Naruto wore black clothes and was now standing alongside the other friends of his and paying respect to his teammates. And after the funeral ended, everyone left. Even Sakura's parents left, who were standing on her grave, as Naruto stood next to Ino, who was there on Sasuke and Sakura's grave, placing down flowers. You know you don't have to stand there anymore, Naruto. You blame them. You blame me for their... No, I don't. Everyone knows what happened. You tried to intervene. Just your luck that you run into a Sanin. A snake Sanin. I'm just glad that one of you were able to survive at least. Yeah, but it would have been better if it was Sasuke or, Sakura. Said Naruto. What do you mean, Naruto? I don't have anyone here, No one. Sasuke, he had become orphan, but he had you all guys. Sakura, he had a family and a whole life ahead of her. I was just trying my best to survive. A loudmouth with a brash dream and a rash personality, jumping headfirst into the battle. As Ino was surprised, this wasn't the normal upbeat Naruto. He was self-aware now, and somewhat losing confidence. As Ino stomped towards him and placed a hand on his forehead and touched the other side with her own forehead and glared at him as Naruto's eyes widened. What are you doing? Are you having a fever or something? Or are you still on some meds? No, I'm not. What is it? The Naruto I know wouldn't talk like this. Sasuke and Sakura, I know it's unfortunate that they're gone, but there's nothing you could have done. You tried your best. Everyone says that, but you tried your best. You always do. And we all care about you. Shikamaru does. Joji does. I do. Everyone else do. Even the Hokage-sama as well. I guess you're right. But no buts, mister. Tomorrow you're gonna be participating in the preliminary rounds Chunin exams and you're gonna win for their sake. Got it? Yes, ma'am, said Naruto with a smile as he went home. And so did Ino. Before leaving, she looked towards their graves and said, I'll watch over him for you too. And so she did. As now we see, on the other side, the news has spread that the last Uchiha has died, even reaching the ears of one Itachi Uchiha. And he was furious. Why? Because Sasuke was taken and killed before his time. And killed by Orochimaru nonetheless. I want Orochimaru's coordinates. Why? You want to avenge your brother? Something like that. I guess you'll need help then, said Kisame. I'm doing this alone, Kisame-san. Nope, coming with you regardless of what you say, Itachi. As now we see, Itachi didn't say anything, but went on his own quest to kill Orochimaru, who was still hiding. While on the other side, the final day came. Naruto and everyone else was there, and Hokage-sama announced the Chunin exams to begin with the preliminary rounds. And once they did, as now we see, Naruto's name bleeped up into the screen, and so did Kiba, as both of them were randomly pitted against one another. As now we see, Naruto and Kiba were facing one another, but there was a serious expression on Naruto's face, so Kiba didn't joke around much. Alright, Naruto, you're going down. We'll see. As Naruto, using the proficient control over his chakra, was able to take down Kiba because there was no seal hindering it. And he didn't even use that much of, any of jutsu or ninjutsu. Why? Because he was fighting with taijutsu and was able to win because of his newly awakened Rinnegan and, increased strength and whatnot. After doing that, Naruto went down to the stands and watched the other participants. There was Gaara and Lee who fought and shook the whole stadium, but then in the end Lee lost, while Gaara won. And then there was the two cousins, Neji and Hinata Hyuga, and both of them fought. Neji went extreme. Since killing was allowed, he killed Hinata. Naruto couldn't stand back. The shinobis were holding him back. While seeing this massacre, no! Stop! She's gonna get hurt. You've done enough, you won! No. And once the final palm struck, Hinata coughed blood, and Naruto lost it. His Rinnegan activated, blaring to life as there was a huge crater where he stood, throwing shinobis that were holding him back, flying away throughout the whole stadium. As he landed, he picked up Hinata. She wasn't breathing, as Neji saw. Fate has declared, as Naruto disappeared, and the next thing Neji saw was pure purple eyes with ripples in them, and a huge punch to his face, sending him down to the ground, causing a huge crater to form, as Neji was passed out cold. As Naruto was disqualified from the Chunin exams for doing this. But his rage was justified. He has seen one of his own comrades die at the hand of her own damn cousin, who now was knocked out cold as well and in a serious critical condition because his face bones, all of them have been shattered with the brute force of that punch. And Kiba suddenly felt grateful to every god or kami out there that Naruto didn't punch him that hard. As Naruto was hyperventilating as he looked at Hinata, not again. I lost someone again. And that is when we see Ino jumping in and grabbing onto Naruto. We need medics, now, she yelled. And so some of the medics arrived and took Hinata's corpse away, while Naruto was taken to the infirmary and was being calmed down. And on the other side, before Orochimaru could attack, within a month, Sasuke his brother Itachi was able to hunt him down, kill him, and eradicate his whole village. Within a single night, Itachi, the infuriated one, eradicated and, out cold in cold blood, murdered a whole damn sound village, becoming more infamous than ever. As now we see, back in Konoha, Hiruzen was quite stressed out. For once, there was a civil war or distress about to break out within the Hyuga clan. While on the other side, Naruto, the council wanted to do something with him because what he has done was, well, against the rules. But on the other side, what he did in the eyes of the Shinobi clan was honorable because what he did could have been anyone's reaction, especially Hiyashi, whose little daughter won't speak to him. Why? Because Hinata was dead because of him, and his arrogance of not involving, trying to make his own daughter strong. He has lost it. He has lost her. And now his own nephew, who has murdered her in cold blood, well, his whole face was busted thanks to Naruto Uzumaki, who he was protecting currently. My daughter is the one who died, so I guess I must have the bigger vote here. Yes, Hiyashi-sama said. The civilians and the shinobis agreed. I wish to protect that child, because what he had did is what I wish to do. All my life I tried my best to make my daughter something she was not. A killer, a cold-blooded killer, an honorable Hyuga. But she was like her mother, and she died because of my mistakes. And I would have to live with that guilt for eternity. Until the day I die. There's nothing more to it. The boy did nothing wrong. If I had a heart, like my daughter said, I would have intervened. The boy shouldn't have been the first one to move. I would have been the one. So I request, please, to not harm Naruto Uzumaki. He has done nothing wrong. While on the other side, Naruto wasn't calm. He was training, practicing in the training ground, trying to blow off dummies as well as wooden stumps. His sweat was dripping, and he was punching again and again and again until the tree turned into splinters. His knuckles are bleeding. His teeth clenched tightly. As that is when we see Hiruzen arrived. My boy. What? I have been disqualified already. What more do you want from me? You know this is not about that. Then why are you here? I'm here to calm you down. For what? For witnessing a murder of my own friend? For what? For destroying your stadium? You could have stopped. So-called fate. If I am to fight him, I will kill him, said Naruto, and Hiruzen realized that Naruto had changed. His eyes, they were no longer filled with hope. They were filled with rage at the moment. Naruto was changing. Something within him was, at least. And the QB was witnessing this as well. Look, son. Orochimaru is dead. What? By who? Itachi. We found out that he heard what has happened to Sasuke, who killed him. And he hunted him down and killed him within this time. As Naruto was shocked, but isn't he the one who... Yes, he is the one who killed his own clan and made Sasuke into the person he was. And why would he then avenge his death? I don't know. Maybe a sick reason, but I thought I should let you know. Orochimaru is dead. He was planning a war on Konoha. Chunin exams will begin. The finals will. In a month. I've called for 2 men who will train you in the arts of the Rinnegan as well as with the other trainings. As Jiraiya and Kakashi stood out. Kakashi sensei, Jiraiya, they both will train you, Naruto, and you will learn from the best. That is what I promised you and your parents before they died. It is time I fulfill it. Wait, what do you mean? In due time I will reveal who your parents are. And so for a whole month, Naruto trained under them, becoming a member of the Toad clan and also mastering the Chidori and the Rasengan at the same time. Also, surprisingly, with shock enough, finding out the true capability of the Shadow Clone technique. As by the 1 month end, we see Naruto was far more stronger than ever. And he was pitted against Gaara, who was now talking to his siblings and his sensei, and was not looking happy. And so, once the battle began, he began to take out his rage on Naruto, throwing sandcastles after, well, constructing a sandcastle around everywhere, and then shrinking the walls down and turning it into a cube, making it into a coffin. Naruto was trying his best to avoid breaking through his sand armor, and then he made Shikaku erupt. Naruto was trying everything he could, but in the end he was failing because the sand monster was too much. And the people, they were already out of the stands. While on the other side, the shinobis from all sides were trying their best to maintain the unstable Jinchuriki. Then something spoke to Naruto. Use your eyes, boy. Use them. They are the purest form of the Sharingan. Use them. As Naruto focused, channeling chakra into his eyes, and suddenly, channeling chakra all over his body. As Naruto's eyes opened, he was standing towering the One Tails, in a blue samurai-like figure. As Naruto yelled, Susanoo. And in its hand was a huge blade, a single blade that it brought down and cut at the monster, causing Gaara to awaken and grabbing him by the hand. As Gaara was scared, but not more so than this One Tails who has been wiped out with a single blow. The whole village watched from afar as this titan stood, and within it stood Naruto Uzumaki himself. As from amongst the crowd, one person with black cloak and red clouds watched, wearing a mask. This is impossible. And he retreated back into a swirl of nothingness. While on the other side, the Konoha crush, or more like, well, the rampage of the One Tail stopped. In the end, Suna had to apologize for what it has done and pay for the damages and take the Jinchuriki away to punish him. Well, that is what they said they would do. Well, Naruto was unaware of who has seen him. As now we see, there was a meeting being held in Amegakure underground, where we see black cloaked people with red clouds on them. This was the Akatsuki made out of the S-rank shinobis, all of them criminals, from all across the elemental nations. Yes, as I said, Pain, I have seen what I saw with my own eyes. The boy possessed the Rinnegan. He is able to access its full power. The boy built the full perfect Susanoo in its first try. But how is this possible? I don't know. He shouldn't have that power. He didn't even have the Rinnegan. But one thing is for sure. Whatever is going on is messing up our plan. We need to do something. And fast. But that is when Zetsu brought inside and said, there's a big news. What? Well, Naruto, he vanished with Jiraiya. He's not here, he's in the summoning plane of the Toads, I guess. We can't infiltrate there. But why would he go there? I don't know. From what I was able to piece it together, they're going on a training trip for the time being. I don't know how long that will take. And Kakashi and a few others are told to dispatch Tsunade, send you back. I see. Good. Just focus on the others. We have to set back and make a new plan. Until the next 3 years, we will not begin our plan. As everyone agreed. And so the 3 years passed. And once Naruto returned, he was much more mature. He was able to master and learn his Rinnegan, thanks to the Gamamaru-sama Toad, who was able to learn with the sage and was able to help him with his powers. He was able to teach everything to Naruto, and even smiled while doing so, because he reminded him of the sage. He had both personality of Indra and Asura together, like him. As now we see, Naruto was turning back with Jiraiya. So what do you think, Jiraiya-sensei? Have I become strong enough? Yes, you have, but I don't know why Gamamaru-sama was still so interested in you and what you would do, well, after leaving. Yeah, I mean, you told me that the toad was, well, like quite tired always, and drinks opium and is quite lazy. But he was quite active, and yes, that is what I'm trying to say. Unless what, Jiraiya? I don't know, kid. How far have you become sage in the sage mode training? Well, I was able to complete it. You what? Yeah, I'm already finished and become a sage. You are pulling my leg, aren't you? No, I'm not. As they laughed and returned back. As now we see, Naruto, once returned, finally bumped into someone, while Jiraiya went straight towards Tsunade. And that someone was Ino herself, who was grown up. Both sat down and talked, and even visited the graves of Hinata, Sasuke, and Sakura. And after that, we see Ino was blushing and avoiding him because, well, Naruto has grown up quite handsome and said that if he was free, then they could go out. And months after a few hours passed, Naruto met with his other friends and finally returned to Tsunade, who bonked him on the head and said, "You know, you should greet the elders first, Brad. What do you mean, Tsunade-sama? And why did you bonk me?" "Well, kid, she's like your, well, a relative or some sort, you know? She only came back because she realized there was an Uzumaki that existed here that she was not aware of." "Wait, what? I am a half Uzumaki, kid. You are also from the Uzumaki clan. And I am the fifth Hokage. What happened to Hiruzen-sama?" "Well, he retired. He's now relaxing and enjoying himself. I've also retired the three old coots, and now Jiraiya is the, well, elder of the village. You know him, I don't... Enough, you're old enough to be considered a grandpa, Jiraiya. By my standards, even. So you are an elder. Jeez, fine." As this was going on, we see suddenly an attack happened. The whole village was as if destroyed from within by an invisible force, and there stood the Akatsuki, their leader, dropping down to the ground. "My name is Pain, and we are the Akatsuki. We're here for Naruto Uzumaki." Naruto, seeing this devastation, immediately went into action. First, he was getting beaten, even with the Rinnegan, because of the Rinnegan and all the six paths, alongside the other Akatsuki members attacking him. As now we see, he was chained by the Uzumaki chains because Nagato was also an Uzumaki, while the others were forcing a barrier. "We will do the extraction here. Begin. Nobody will be able to intervene." As deep within Naruto, we see Naruto found himself standing in front of the Kyuubi's cell, which was open surprisingly. "How is this? You want my help or not, Rinnegan?" I do." "Good." As both of them fist bumped, and instantly Naruto burst into KCM2 state as a huge golden fox erupted. People were shocked, those who were at least alive, and suddenly it was covered in blue armor, as a huge blade manifested itself into the Kyuubi's hand. And suddenly it disappeared and formed into the form of a Bijudama, a blue and purplish Bijudama combining into a bigger weapon, as a huge beam was fired out of its mouth instead of a bomb, burning the Akatsuki members and killing them in one blow. All of them were evaporated except for Nagato himself, as a Bijudama was fired at him as his eyes opened, and he too was gone. Unbeknownst to Naruto, two of the members were alive on the other side, as they were gritting their teeth, the masked person and Zetsu. Naruto, looking at the destruction, used a pot of seal and rewinded the time to reconstruct the village and revive everyone who had died. After doing so, Naruto passed out, and Ino, who has been revived, watched over him, while the villagers were now seeing Naruto in a new life who has just done the impossible. All the while, on the other side, back in Amigakure, years worth of planning. All of our team members wiped out just with a single attack. The Kyuubi is siding with him, said the masked person, dropping his mask. "Obito, are you? I'm not done yet, Zetsu. We need to find a way to neutralize him and steal the Kyuubi from him. He's too dangerous. He wiped out Nagato. What about... He has the Rinnegan. We can use his eyes. But the only thing is that we have to get to him first. But how?" Surprisingly enough, from the shadows materialized one person. That person was a silhouette of Kaguya. "My child, mother?" As Obito was ranting, he didn't notice. "He cannot hear. Kill him and I will possess his body. For the time being, This is how I will come back. And so Kaguya did, as Obito was betrayed by Setsu. As his life force left, Kaguya took over. And suddenly Obito turned as his body morphed into Kaguya's perfect example. Using the clone shifting technique like Orochimaru used to become immortal, she was able to shift her consciousness and chakra, freeing herself while the clone poofed away. As on the other side, Hagoromo sensed this, and in Naruto's dream, he arrived and told his son and Naruto everything, giving him the sun and the moon seal. And once Kaguya arrived in Konoha to deal with the biggest threat, Naruto was ready. Both of them fought, and in the end, Naruto used both the sun and the moon seals to seal away Kaguya back into the Chibaku Tensei, and this time with her son, so that he won't cause any more trouble or rewrite any of the history of the shinobis. With that said, Naruto saved the elemental nations from the biggest threat, but the Konoha was the only one to able to witness it. Unless some of the spies were able to see this and report back, sending many alliances to Konoha because they have realized that Naruto was the next coming of the Sage of the Sixth Path in the rumors of many. While Naruto and Ino, after all that, got even more close. And fast forward to 1 year, Naruto was seen as a hero of the whole elemental nation because of the rumors and the witnesses spread. And Ino, she was now Naruto's girlfriend, soon to be married to him. Naruto's life has turned from the worst to the best, as currently he and Ino were visiting the graveyard, where Hinata, Sasuke, and Sakura resided, paying them respect. As Ino then said, while leaving, "We won't come back for you three anymore. Naruto and I are about to start our life. This is goodbye. He's leaving you behind now, like you have left him, Sakura. I know the whole truth. I won't tell him. To him you will be his friend, in his memories, but I know what you did. Since he's my man now, I can't forgive you for that." And with that in mind, Ino and Naruto turned and left the graveyard, forever not returning there. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this short movie of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And follow me on my Metamotive channel as well, as this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.